Hello all, this is Alejandro Bratti and William B. Isley from Unlock Clarity, and we are back. We have been away for a while, but we are here and we will continue. There have been, I know that there are some vacation time and other stuff in these months, but we are happy to be here with you, and we are willing to close very soon our series of From Surviving to Thriving. Welcome to the Spanglish World Networks on Single TV channel 250. Please remember to download both the Single TV app and the respective app stores on iOS and Android devices. When you download, make sure to rate and leave a comment. The app is free and it's available in Google Chromecast, Amazon Fire, Roku, and all smart TVs. How are you, William, today? Let's start with
I'm doing well. The last what, as I say on my other show, you watch the replay, you won't know this, but the last month has been very amazing and eventful. So it's been about a month since between shows. So hey, replay you won't care, but
Yeah, exactly. No, for me also, like I have done a lot of things also and work in myself, work with clients, transforming some areas that I didn't realize that they were in this part of surviving. So it's part of also helping to move to the thriving mode that we are preaching, if we can say preaching here. So, welcome back to our series, Transforming Limiting, and we are not going to say only limiting beliefs, but transforming your limiting beliefs. Everybody has limiting beliefs. I have, William has, everybody has. And the idea is to first be aware that they exist, that they are there. And with that, we can start to do something about it because if we are not aware, there is nothing we can do. And that's why for us this series has been so long and so powerful also at the same time. So let's continue.
I don't even remember. We were thinking, what, we can whip this out in 5 or 6 weeks, and then we get into the middle of it and going, no, this is going to be months.
Yeah, exactly.
And yet it has been an amazing journey for both of us and theoretically for you as well. So yeah, it's like last episode, we looked at examples of how these beliefs show up for entrepreneurs, business owners, directors, employees, parents, and partners. And we saw how they create invisible barriers that keep us stuck in survival mode and preventing us from realizing our full potential.
And we also discovered that these beliefs are something that is not permanent. And this is key, really, because normally when we talk about beliefs, it's like, yeah, this is my belief and this is who I am. And this is like, I close the door here because there is nothing I can do. And in reality, what we are saying here is they are changeable, they are malleable, and entirely within our power to transform. But as I was saying, the first thing that we need is awareness. If we don't have awareness, it's impossible to change anything. Bringing this awareness to these beliefs that are limiting our lives, and just to be, because I know that sometimes talking about limiting beliefs is something difficult. Like, okay, what are you talking about? What is that limiting belief? Everything that is stopping you to be at your full potential, everything. Like you see yourself, how are your results, and you're like, okay, I don't like the results here in my business. Okay, there are some limiting beliefs there that are stopping you to become who you are supposed to be, and that's why I'm saying I am still working in some of my limiting beliefs because I have a business that is thriving, but not at the level that I want. That means that there are some limiting beliefs and things that I need to work on.
Yeah. And a little more close to home for me is the last month and a half, I've been working through the mindset shift of being able to do like a 1, 2, 3 day fast for myself. And there was a time even 4 months ago that I had the belief of, oh, there's no way I can go 3 days without food. Are you kidding me? And I just finished 3 days without food and I'm still alive. And it was pretty good. And so, I mean, just even 3, 4 months ago, that limiting belief was like, oh no, I have to have food every day. It's necessary. There's no way I can live without it. And I'm on the other side of going, wow, I really can.
Yeah.
So just yeah, I thought I'd throw that one in too. So then today's episode, we're going to dive into the actual process of belief transformation. You will learn practical strategies for rewiring your limiting beliefs and embracing empowering perspectives that align with your highest vision and deepest truth. Dun, dun, dun.
And something that I like about this is because this is where real magic starts to happen in your life, and that's why we are so happy about this this program today. And listen with us as much as you can. And if you have any comment or even want to say just hi in the chat, go ahead and do it. We want to hear from you as you consciously choose to shift your beliefs, you start to change your reality, and that's key. Again, it's as simple as something that I have done a lot of time. This is my belief is that everything is red in this place. This is one perspective, and I can be saying that, and everybody is like, "No, Alejandro, no, no, no." I see it. I am sure that everything is red, and I shift the perspective, and suddenly one belief start to change, like the one that you were saying right now about food. Yeah, I need to eat 3 or 4 or 5 times per day, and it's like, no, you don't. Your body works much better if you allow some time to release, some time to rest, some time to do other stuff. And that's another topic here. And I am excited too because I am doing the same thing here for myself, like with the days of fasting, and also doing another program that I love and help me to be better in in my own body. So when you change your reality, your thoughts, your emotions, and actions begin to align to your thriving potential. And this is something that we really believe everybody has a thriving potential. It's not only the guys like Elon Musk that are making millions, and that's why they are. No, maybe they are suffering with the same thing that you in a lot of areas, but business.
They're simply open to making money.
Exactly. And that's something key here, because sometimes we idolize somebody like, okay, this is really good because of this, and look at all the money and all the stuff that he's doing. And really, when you know them like deep, not only in social media showing what are the good stuff that they are doing, but really know them, you are going to know that they are completely normal and exactly like you and me, with the same troubles and the same problems in their heads, the mindset, like a lot of things. But there are some areas that they are so good that we idolize them because of that. So your outer world start to reflect your inner transformation, and that's why we really have this show, because we're working about inner transformation, and that start to change your world.
Yes, absolutely. So then, we're going to explore powerful tools like the law of polarity, which reminds us that every challenge contains the seed of opportunity, and the law of rhythm, which teaches us to flow with the natural cycles of growth and reset. or rest. I
Well,
don't have I don't have glasses on, so it's a little fuzzy.
it's almost the same. Reset or rest. You will learn how to use, even when I prefer to say even declarations, sometimes can be affirmations or declarations, visualizations, to imprint this new belief that you want to live with into your subconscious mind, and how to take inspired action from a place of empowerment alignment.
Yeah, those are some powerful concepts. We will also discuss the importance of self compassion and patience in the process of belief change. This is the word key is overused, but I will expand that one. This is like one of the keys to the kingdom. It's when we can be self compassionate and patient, it's amazing. The things that can transform in our long held patterns of thought. And it takes time and practice. And yet, when we're patient with ourselves, when we're compassionate, and we stay in that place of non judgment, it's just essential to how we change, and um, and then we add in the next layer of kindness with
Mm,
ourselves along the way.
mm.
And yeah, it's those, what is it, self-compassion, patience, and kindness. That's like a perfect storm, if you will, for change.
And I will even say acceptance, because really accepting everything that is happening is like that it's going to elevate even the frequency and everything. So it's a mix of that.
Yeah,
And
pushing
something
it.
that I learned was this part of feeling the feelings.
Yes,
Like not only like, yeah, I don't want to feel this because I don't like it, and I want to just focus on the new thing that I want. No, feel it with acceptance. I was in a meditation of Vipassana where they say equanimity, that it's feeling it, and at the same time, it's both things at the same time. You feel and allow to feel, and even if it's painful, you allow that painful feeling, and at the same time, you accept it. And it's like, it's okay. It's okay to feel like this. This will pass. This is only a moment of struggle. This will pass. Or
because
this
it
is a
can't.
moment of joy.
Yeah, because it can't kill us unless we do something about it, which is why I'm still on the planet, because I chose not to do anything about certain feelings.
Oh,
Or
and we have Adele writing. I love having you, Adele, here with us. So happy to hear from you.
sweet. So yeah,
So remember, this journey of belief transformation is not just about personal growth, it's about reclaiming and having back your power. And we really believe you have power, everybody has power, but you have to be aware that it exists, start to take it, and start to transform your reality. As you free yourself from limiting stories, any story that you have in your head, you have. I love that. I hear a lot about Eric Hermes, and he's always talking about the full devil and the full angel. It's the same. We have those type of conversation. Let's take full out, maybe the Alejandro devil and Alejandro angel, that is talking about how good or how bad is me because of anything that happened in my life. So free yourself from those stories that those two guys are talking to you, not Alejandro, because it's your version of angel and devil, and start to open the space for abundance, joy, and fulfillment to flow into your life.
absolutely. And you start to live. the thing is, you stop living in the place of reactivity and fear, and you start moving into a place of intention and love.
Mm.
You become a magnet for the experiences and the relationships that mirror your thriving beliefs, and you inspire others to do the same.
So let's start and start to work with that part. I know that we took almost 15 minutes to start, but let's start. Get ready to start to share those old stories. And even if you are here listening, if you have a book or a place where you can start to write, and it's like you start to have some ideas of, oh, this is a limiting belief that I am telling to myself about this. Start to write it. Don't do anything about it. Just write about it. We are going to help you here with ideas of how to work with that.
Yes. So then, what we want to give you is some tools and insights that you will use to become the master of your beliefs and the architect of your thriving reality. Your most vibrant, abundant, and joyful life. Yeah, that it will be on the other side of this amazing process that sometimes is painful, especially when we're in the beginning of it. So then, now that we understand how the limiting beliefs are formed and how they shape the reality, let's dive into the process of clearing them.
So I have been already saying a lot of this, but the first step is to identify the common dreams or desires that you have deemed impossible or out of reach. This week I was coaching somebody, and he started to give me some ideas of what are the things that he wants to do to improve in his life and to be more creative. Uh, and then I asked a question and I asked him, what is your wildest dream that you don't tell anybody that you would like to do? And it's going to be the same for you right now in the areas of money, of career, of relationship, or health. And start to write it down and start to understand why you are not doing it. It's because of fear, or it's because of, or you're putting a lot of mask because of that fear. At the end, it's like, oh no, I believe it's a bullshit, or I believe it's not a good thing, or whatever you are believing. That's a limiting belief that is not allowing you to bring that wildest dream to life.
Yeah. And a thing that I've been learning the last few months is if there's a voice in my head that is telling me I can't or I'm not good enough, or I just generalize it to say if there's something in your head that tells you you're crappy in any way, shape, or form, it's not you. It's somebody you copied, it's a voice from whoever, wherever, and it's not you. So then it's an option to thank them and ruthlessly fire them and let security escort them from the building because you don't need them no more. And so then, um, yeah, let's come back to entrepreneurs, business people, and so forth. So you might want to start your own business, and you have the belief that you're not capable of being an entrepreneur, or you might dream of having a loving, supporting partnership, and you have the fear that you're not worthy of that version and level of love.
So take a moment right now, if you want to close, if you can, close your eyes and just reflect on those impossible dreams that you think that are impossible. And I am saying impossible because really it's it's something that is exactly what we are talking about, your limiting belief. So what is that impossible dream? What do you deeply desire but you feel that is out of reach? What beliefs or fears come up when you consider pursuing these dreams.
And so once you've identified those fears, we can call them limiting beliefs as well. The next step is to take it out, look at it, look at all the sides of it, be curious, and remember to be compassionate about this thing. It's like, ask yourself, where did it come from? What experiences, messages from the past contributed to me building this beliefs? And just be compassionate and curious about it. Where we want to stay in the space of non-judgment because it's here. You built it for a reason. You built it to keep you safe.
So I hope we have the time to finish everything, but I am going to repeat what we have said today. Because really, these questions that we are doing to you right now are key. What do you think is, or what do you feel is out of reach? What beliefs or fears come when you consider to pursue them? Where this belief is coming from? What experiences of messages from my past contribute to this belief? So those things are going to start to give you clues of why they are there and why they are talking, and they even become this person that William is saying that it's not you, but it's talking to you the whole time, like all the time saying all the things that they are saying, because it became a belief, it became your identity. So suddenly you believe that that's true, completely true, because it's inside of you. How is not going to be true? It's inside of me, in my head, and it's always telling me the same things. So one thing that we want to tell you today is any belief that you have is not a fact. That's key to understand. Those things and those guys that are talking to you doesn't mean that they are real, that they have complete the complete truth. They are stories that you have created to make sense of your experiences. And a lot of the times, those beliefs are being created when you were below 7 years old. So that means that imagine a 7 years old, and maybe you are in your 50s now or in your 40s now, uh, and you still believe that even when all the knowledge and all the wisdom that you have gained during the last 30 or 40 years. So, what experiences or messages are contributing is exactly that experience when you were, yeah, that happened. And I am talking from my experience. I like, okay, that thing that happened to me when I was lost in the States for, I don't know, 15, 16 hours, uh, created a lot of beliefs in myself. And it was one day of my 7 years, created a lot of beliefs that I have been like, oh, this is another thing that came because of that. Oh, and this is another thing that came because of that. And I have living myself even after two master degrees, after a lot of things done and realized and working in a lot of countries, I still believe that I was that little kid of 7 years old. And it's like, that's impressive. So they often reflect our fears and self doubts more than our real and true potential.
Exactly. So, for instance, if one of your limiting beliefs is, I'm not good enough to succeed, you might trace it back to a childhood experience of, say, criticism, failure. Um, Alejandro might have picked up the idea of, oh, I made this crappy decision, and so I will probably make crappy decisions the rest of my life, or something similar. And so
Yes.
then If you have a belief that money is scarce, you might connect it to the a family narrative or a past financial struggle that you've had. I've
So
created a lot of amazing programs when I was 15, 25, 35. So, yeah.
yeah, the main one, the big ones, normally are in your childhood, but of course, with the failures that we have, even in business, no, I am not good at business because I failed once when I tried to sell lemonades outside my home, and it's like, what are you talking about? Why you are feeling that you are not a good entrepreneur just because nobody bought your lemonades when everybody was freezing outside? So yeah, of course, they didn't want that lemonade at that time. So the purpose of this examination is not to blame or judge yourself, but to bring awareness. And that's key. If you don't have awareness, there is nothing you can do with those beliefs. Uh, this awareness is the first step in loosening their hold on you. You start to be aware that this guy is talking, and that guy is not you. Even when you put the name of Alejandro Angel or Alejandro Devil because he's talking so bad to you, it's not Alejandro.
So then, let's work on rewriting these limiting beliefs and turning them into the empowering perspectives that they can be. This is where we engage in belief alchemy, transforming the lead of limitation into the gold of possibility.
If that limiting belief that you have is telling you are not capable of being an entrepreneur, you might rewrite it to something like, I am continually learning and growing. I have unique gifts and perspectives to offer. I am capable of creating a thriving business one step at a time. That will change completely the idea of, no, I am not capable, and that close the door completely. No, start to open the door. Yeah, you are in the progress, but in the progress is where the magic happens. So enjoy the process.
Because, as we all know, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one more. What we forget is that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. But as we forget, it ends with one more step. So then, if your fear is, I'm not worthy of love, you might replace it with, I am inherently lovable. I deserve to be cherished and supported. I'm open to attracting a partner who sees and values all of me. Talk about
A-
ending with one more step. That's going to take a lot of steps sometimes.
and I love it. It's like, and sometimes even these words that we are saying, I am, this is key because you are taking, look, we're talking about beliefs, and the beliefs are attacking directly your identity. That's the reason we are giving you I am statements, because that is going to directly affect again your belief system. So it's not about like, you have an I am in I am not good or I am not worthy of love, and it's like, I like to be lovable. We are not saying that. We are saying, take the ownership of what you really want. I am inherently lovable. So you are taking again like this power again. You are taking the power back, and that's exactly what we are saying. The key is to create new beliefs that feel authentic and expansive. So the idea is, even when you don't feel it at the brief, I am lovable, but nobody loves me. And maybe you have again this voice saying, but nobody loves you and you are completely alone. No, I am lovable and I deserve to be cherished and support. Yeah, but that's not true because remember yesterday when you were in that party, nobody talked to you. And it's like, no, stop. You take your power back. And it's like, yeah, but I am open to attract people that really see myself and my value. So again, you are taking back your power. So those statements, I hope that you start to understand the what is the meaning behind of what are the statements that we are saying. But you need to, when you are doing them, you need to feel excited and empowered when you say them. It's like even when you don't see like right now any results, there is something that I love. It's like everything is created twice, first in your mind and then in your world. So start to speak life to your mind. So you start to see life in your world.
Yes. So it's important to remember these new beliefs need to be embodied through your actions. Act as if they're actually true. Make choices that align with your empowered perspective.
So, for example, if your new belief is I am capable of creating a thriving business, start taking small steps toward that vision. So, it's not enough just to say it, but you start to, okay, what is the action that I'm going to do, even when it's a little, to start to show that that identity is real. Treat yourself with kindness, but sorry, do the research, network, develop your skills. Each action that you are doing is going to reinforce that belief or in your capacity.
And if your empowering belief is, I'm open to attracting a loving partner, then begin showing up as your most loving self. Treat yourself with kindness, set healthy boundaries, engage in activities that bring you joy, embody the energy that you want to attract.
And remember, rewiring these beliefs is a process. So there is another key that I want to give you now. Repetition is important, consistency is important, patience is important, being gentle with yourself is important in this process. And something that if you are not believing that works, but works very well, talk to yourself in a mirror. And you can be in front of the mirror and start to talk to yourself and start to say like, okay, Alejandro, I am lovable, and smile after that. And it's much better even if you breathe before saying it. Like you don't just do look at the difference. I am lovable, or I do this. I am lovable. Changes even the voice, changes everything because I am connecting my breath with that statement. So, and remember, this is the breath of life. So I am talking life to myself. So connect the breathing.
That's powerful. That is a thing I will attempt to remember. So here's something important: celebrate each and every time you catch a limiting belief and you choose to reframe it. Every moment of awareness is a victory. Step towards your thriving life.
So let's move to, well, in the next program, we will explore how to take inspired action toward your dreams. Um Now that you are free from the chains of limiting beliefs. So that's, well, yeah, it's in the next section.
So then, what we want to move into is aligning our beliefs and our actions and harnessing the power of these amazing universal laws that everybody talks about and sometimes has trouble explaining how they work. So then, as you rewrite your limiting beliefs into empowering perspectives, you start to create a new reality. Your thoughts, your feelings, your actions begin to align with your expanded vision of what's possible.
And again, here starts again the real magic. And we have been talking about this because really these are the nuggets, and that's why we are talking about it. The gold nuggets are here. When you start to shift your internal world, you start to shift because you create everything from here, not from here. You can do anything about here, but you can do everything about here. And that's exactly what we're talking. You change here inside, and your external world starts to shift to match it. And that's a universal law. New opportunities, resources, relationships start to flow into your experience in alignment with your empowered beliefs.
And the process of manifestation is governed by very powerful universal laws. Two of these principles that can help you harness your creative power are the law of gender and the law of perpetual transmutation of energy.
So, the law of gender. What are you talking about, William? What is law of gender? What the law of gender recognizes that everything in the universe has both masculine and feminine. And if you remember, we talked about that lengthily last year. We are even created a book about this, these masculine and feminine energies. The masculine energy is associated with action, logic, and doing, and the feminine energy is associated with intuition, receptivity, and being.
And the process of manifesting your dreams, remember to balance and integrate these energies. Too much masculine can lead to burnout, force, and missed opportunities. I've only done that 4 or 5 times in the last 15 years. I don't know much about it. Too much feminine energy can lead to stagnation, passivity, and unrealized potential. I don't know anything about that either. Wow.
So the sweet spot here is a dynamic interplay between the two. So we are not saying, oh, and here we are not talking about gender that you are a male and that's why you have more masculine or you are a female and you have more feminine. It's the sweet spot is a dynamic interplay between the two. Sometimes you need to be more masculine, sometimes you need to be more feminine, and it's okay. And you don't have to be, no, but it's impossible. I am an alpha. Why I am going to have some feminine side here? It doesn't matter. That feminine side is going to connect with the compassion, the self-love that we were talking at the beginning, even the acceptance of some of the things. But how I can accept something that's bad as this that is happening in my life? When you accept, you start to to release, and when you release, you start to transcend that thing, and that's the reason this is very important. It's
So,
about inspire action between alignment and allowing. It's trusting in your vision and your efforts, where also being open to unexpected path and divine timing.
yeah. So, an example, if your empowered belief is that I'm capable of creating a thriving business, you might balance the masculine energy of strategic planning and consistent effort with the feminine energy of intuitive guidance and receptivity to opportunities.
Mm, mm. And the law of perpetual transmutation that we were talking before of energy states that energy is always moving and changing form, always. I was talking about the meditation that I was doing a few weeks ago. Well, I continue doing it, but I learned a few weeks ago. And it was about this vipassana that I am feeling the feelings in my body. And one of the things that they are teaching you with that is that this pain that I have here, for example, when I start to review my whole body and I go back, it's gone because everything is moving all the time. It's not going to be so. That's something that happens all the time. Everything is changing always. The William that I talked with him on Monday is different today because he has changed. There are a lot of things that he have changed in his life. Even when I know a lot of the things that he is, he has changed a lot. So it's the same with us, with everything that is happening in our lives. So The law of perpetual transmutation of energy states that the energy is always moving and changing form, just as physical energy can be transformed from one state to another. Our mental and emotional energy can be transmuted from negative to positive, from limitation to expansion. You decide in which side do you want to be.
And this principle is at the heart of belief alchemy. When you consciously choose to shift your limiting beliefs into empowering ones, you're transmuting the energy of your thoughts and emotions. You're raising your vibrational frequency to match your desires.
And as you hold the energy of your empowered beliefs, and that those empower, well, I am not going to to go further in 1 second. So you start to attract experiences and circumstances that mirror that energy. It's in the quantum physics principle. It's like energy attracting energy. It's all everything is attracting. But there is, for example, the law of vibration that you can attract only the things that are in your same frequency. If you're in another frequency, how are going to attract it? It's not possible.
It's similar to the idea of if I'm at level 2 and I experience a level 5 problem, I have no idea how to fix it. But if I'm at level 8 and that same level 5 problems comes along, it's like, oh, yeah, I took care of you however long ago. And so that frequency, that like attracts like. And so if we stay in those states, we get the same thing over and over again. Something to do with insanity. Some quote I've heard a million times. So if you want to shift your belief from I'm unworthy of love to I am inherently lovable, then you start to emanate the energy of love and worthiness. This vibration attracts people and situations that reflect the love and appreciation back to you. We go back to the mirror philosophy of life.
So, and again, for example, even in the example that I was saying, talking to the mirror and connecting the breathing, and even making a smile when you are saying it, something key here is to use your emotions, like feel it, really feel it. Not only like, yeah, I am going to connect my breathing. I am capable and loving. No, that is not going to move anything. You need to put your emotions and start to be really energetically about that. Not only like, yeah, Alejandro and William told me that I am lovable. I don't believe it, but they say that I am. No, it's not about that.
Yeah, that does
It's
not work. I have lived it.
yeah, I know. So it's about connecting your feeling like the emotions are energy in motion. So start to connect that energy in motion and start to feel the truth of your new perspectives, allow to permeate your being, guide your actions, guide your interactions, everything. I am lovable and I want everybody to know about it even when they are not here. It's like connect like that, like, oh yeah, I feel it now.
Exactly. Now remember, it's important to remember this is an ongoing practice. As you encounter new challenges and old triggers, you might find yourself slipping back into the limiting beliefs because the brain is wired for comfort. That's okay. Just keep coming back to the empowered perspectives. Keep transmuting the energy, keep aligning your actions.
And something key that you need to remember always, you are a powerful creator. Your beliefs and energetic vibrations are shaping your reality in every moment. So it's so that those emotions that you're feeling of angriness, of feeling empty or feeling whatever, are telling you how is your thoughts and how is your vibration. So if you are in fear, of course that you're not going to attract that business that you really want because you are in fear. you need to elevate that, start to talk about those beliefs that you really want to change, and start to talk live and start to see how those feelings start to move your body. And suddenly you are not in that fear zone, but you are in the empower zone, or you are in the transformation zone, or you are in the love zone. That, yeah, I love being like this. So everybody will like that. That's key. Master your ability to align your beliefs and actions with your highest vision. You become an unstoppable force of manifestation.
Trust in the process. I can't tell you how many times I heard that when I was in actively working through my steps in Overeaters Anonymous. It's like, trust the process. Thanks. It's like, trust in the universal laws that are always working in your favor, whether you believe it or not. Keep taking inspired action, keep holding the vision, and watch as your thriving life unfolds in miraculous ways.
So let's go directly to the 5 action steps. We are almost at the end of the show. So the first step that we want to talk about is the belief inventory. So be courageous. I know that needs to be courageous to even accept some of those stuff that you have been hearing your head talking to you even during this program. Be courageous and honest. Look at your current beliefs. Write down those beliefs that are limiting yourself, that is holding you in different areas of your life. It can be in your business, it can be in your personal health, personal life, with your partner, with your kids, with your hobbies. I don't know. It can be in any area. So just start to talk about that. Start to see like, okay, my career, even your finances or your money. Where is it? Acknowledge with compassion. This is key. Those beliefs, knowing they serve you, they help you in the past. Accept them, but you don't no longer need them.
And number two, the origin story. For each and every limiting belief, explore the story of how it formed, what experiences, what messages, what traumas from your past have contributed to this belief.
Mm,
Remember, the purpose is not to blame, it is to understand and bring loving awareness.
mm. I love that. Third one, empower reframe. And this is key what we have been talking. Okay, I feel that I am not lovable. Okay, what is the reframe that you are going to do where you are going to feel empowered? And when you feel empowered is when you are taking back your power. So rewrite each limiting belief as an empowered perspective. Create statements that inspire you, that are expansive, that feel true to the highest self that you have inside, that person that is like really you, saying like, oh, finally you get it. You stop listening to all those guys and you start to listen to the real you. So what are those things that I'm saying? Maybe those guys are telling you are not good enough, and start to transform that and use it like, okay, I am innately worthy and capable. Or maybe you say that money is scarce. Okay, abundance is my natural state.
Wow. Number four, daily belief alignment. Create a daily practice of aligning with your empowered beliefs. This could include affirmations, declarations, visualizations, journaling, embodiment practices. Simply feel the truth of your new perspectives and allow them to guide your thoughts, emotions, and actions.
And something that is key always, inspire action. You need to take action. It's not only about saying things and nothing happens, but you need to take action and start to believe that identity and start to do something about it. toward your dreams, and start to take back your power. You take it when you say it, and you take it when you act because you already say it. So you speak life and you start to do something about it. Balance that masculine and feminine energy. Like maybe in the masculine, you are being strategic, doing something, and in the feminine, you are being intuitive, understanding when and how or where. Okay, that's fine. That's perfect. Start to trust that you are aligning right now these beliefs and actions, and you will see how creator, how the source, how the universe, how God, I don't know, with in whom you are believing, is helping you and is pushing you to thrive. So closing this episode for me was really an honor, and also for William talking about this. Honor the courage and commitment you have shown in engaging with your beliefs. Your willingness to examine and transform your inner world is profound, an act of self love and service. Let us know anything that you are learning from here, or like some aha moments that you had, even in the messages. Write to info@unlockclarity.com and tell us, like, oh my God, this was amazing because I learned this. Okay, tell me that. It's okay. I We will love to hear from you.
So remember, keep shining your light of awareness on your beliefs. Keep choosing the perspectives that uplift and inspire you. Keep taking action from a place of alignment and allowing. Your thriving life is unfolding with every empowered choice.
And you are not alone in this journey. No matter where are you right now, there is a global community of conscious creators that are committed to living to their highest truth. And we are here because of that. We are here to talk to those guys that are really believing that they are creators and they can transform their lives. And start to together. Let's start to create a new way of being, rooted in love, abundance, and infinite possibilities.
Thank you for being here, for doing the important work, and for shifting and shining your unique light. The world is brighter because of you. Keep believing in your magic and know that we're cheering you on every step of the way.
Well, thank you, everyone. Until next time, keep embracing your power, keep rewriting those stories. Even tell us about those stories. We would love to hear from them. Uh, this show can also be heard on Spanglish Radio Network. Please check out spanglishworld.ca for all the news and programming. Spanglish World, watch it, hear it, read it, download it, and live it. Thank you all. Thank you, William. See you next time.